sailing here in Sydney and all over the world, thanks to the chance that I got given as a kid to try sailing. Not from a sailing family, just lucky. My parents tried to find a sport for their daughter when it got to the point that I couldn't run around playing soccer and cricket anymore with my brothers. That was an era when girls didn't play those sports. So they took me down to the sailing club where they had a friend's son was there, and I saw all the boats, the little Manly Juniors at Manly, and that was it. I was hooked before I even got in one.
Well, my family's a little bit of a sailing legacy because my granddad was British Navy, so he came to the squadron and started sailing here when he moved to Australia. So I kind of missed all of the little skiff boat stuff. And when I was really, really young, they used to strap my baby chair to the mast when they weren't sailing. So you could say I've been doing it for a while. But so now I'm sailing still with my dad on our family boat and competing with them.
So I was very fortunate to grow up on the Lane Cove River, and I literally got thrown into a boat, small 8-foot boat called a Sabo when I was 8 years old. Had no idea, but it actually opened up an opportunity that has subsequently seen me sail all over the world, sail in a whole lot of different classes, different types of boats, and I suppose it's that passion that I got as a younger sailor that keeps me going now and actually helps me want to share my involvement and experience with others.
And I started in Sabos, just on the Lane Cove River, learning to, handle a boat, and my family wasn't a sailing family. So my dad had done it in his youth for a little bit but never stayed with it. And so my father is, the PRO at Lane Cove now, which he really enjoys, and I've been involved in the committee at Lane Cove, and I'm sailing a cherub there, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a really great thing to be able to have in my life. When I say, I'm going sailing, they usually think it's champagne on a boat in the afternoon, but it's very much the sailing I do is racing, and it's relaxing in a different way because you go and you're completely disconnected from your work day, and you go and you have a bit of a race, and it's a whole different skill set to what I use at work, so it's relaxing in that way, and it's just a great way to unwind.
I've dabbled in sailing since I was a child, and some of my early memories are with a heron at Balmoral Beach, but it didn't actually go very far. So it wasn't until probably about 10 years ago when I was thinking seriously about wanting to be participating in sailing more regularly, and it turns out my husband's a good friend of Russell Taylor. So Russell said, why don't you come along and do the LOTS program? And so I did the LOTS program, loved the LOTS program, loved what Karen was doing, felt encouraged and supported, and then decided to join the squadron after that experience, and I've been sailing ever since.
I recognised that there were a lot of ladies that went out on boats and they were very good at pulling on the rope or switching from side to side, but they didn't actually understand why they were doing it, and consequently they weren't very confident when they were on the boat. And I really felt that there was an opportunity to bring in a deeper understanding of what the sport's all about.
I think, especially if it's a newer crew or you want to try and practice and get good. They had the whole morning was, talking with these excellent coaches about a lot of start line practice, things you want to be considering, really technical stuff too. And then you have that time to go out and practice it before the race starts. And I think we picked up a lot of new skills that we were trying really hard to develop, and it all went towards us doing really well.
Certainly we have a ladies of the sea program that we run on a Wednesday, which is 4 hours of get on a boat and sail and learn about it. And then our Ladies of the Sea coaching regatta is really an extension of that, because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of ladies that want to get out on the water, but they actually haven't had that much coaching or formal training. And so we had the idea that if we could run something where we had a bit of training or a bit of theory in the morning, and then we go out in the water and we put that into practice, and then in the afternoon we actually try our new skills in some short course racing. We recognise we're all social beings, and so it isn't just about the sailing. So that's why we have yoga in the morning, and we will have a welcome function on the Friday night. It's really like a networking night to get to know the coaches.
My dad kind of came forward and went, "Oh, do you reckon you want to try and do the ladies' regatta?" And so we put a team together, and then we trained a bunch. So we went out a lot of Sundays, went for a bit of a hoon, like chuck the spinnaker up, see if we could survive it. And then we all went into the regatta, just had such a good time, and really came into our own, I think, because there was quite a lot of hiccups in the first day, and then the second day we really took off.
The wonderful thing that the LOTS program does is to then encourage you to be placed into a crew afterwards, and they have a crew selection night for the Tuesday twilight sailing, and that was a lovely way to ease into learning about racing and learning about sailing, and really embedding some of the knowledge that you were learning from the LOTS programs. We decided as a crew to sign up for the LOTS Regatta to give us some focused experience. So the crew that I sailed with had mostly done twilight sailing, so this was the opportunity to sail during the day with that current crew and really have some focused time learning more about how to work together as a crew, how to start in non-handicap situations, what to do when you start a race, practice a number of manoeuvres, learn some more, embed some of the information that we had learned earlier on in LOTS. The LOTS Regatta is very powerful with you have a briefing at the beginning of the day, then you go out and you practice all of the briefing and what you're going to learn during the day, and then you come back and debrief afterwards. And having the depth of experience, having the ability to have some of the coaches come onto your boat to put a different perspective than what your current crew would be is a really excellent experience. And having full days back to back, because you don't often have that ability to be so focused in your learning and to have people that want to be there and are focused, and for 2 days in a row, it's fabulous. Learning to back yourself is something that actually takes a bit of courage, and you don't realise at the beginning of a season how much you've learnt from the previous season. So again, that's why the regatta is so good, because it is so focused in 2 days that you actually can build on and learn and come away from that experience.
We would like to encourage anyone to get involved. We'd love to see teams from Darwin, Western Australia, all around Australia come join us. We will try our hardest to find a boat for you to sail, or even join another crew.
I think if you're really keen to get involved and you don't maybe have a tie to a boat or anything, just put your hand up, put your name down, and you'll get put with someone and have a great time.
I just cannot encourage girls enough. They're really, and it's lovely to see the ones we have out there. We've got people from all walks of life, but the passion is being out on the water in the best sailing conditions in the world, Sydney Harbour.